Hello,
What is your name?
I'm Sam.
Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Wow. And
Yeah.
why did you decide to come to Russia?
I was a foreign exchange student. I'm from a small town. We were visited by Russians. My small town was visited by Russians when I was 15, and it was the first time I'd ever met Europeans. So, yeah, that's how I got the idea.
What do you think about Russia? Maybe are there any things that you like or you don't like?
I love Russia, and I'm blind to anything bad. I'm almost blind to anything bad. Would you like me to think of something? Would you like me to try to think of something negative about Russia? Would you like me to try?
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Oh, okay. The streets are too dim sometimes when you're walking around outside. The streets are too dim. Something that I noticed again today. Broccoli is hard to find. That's the only type of food that's hard for me to find. But other than that, I mean, not much. Not much.
I want to know, what do you think about Russian food and Russian cuisine in general, Russian drinks and so on? I am sure that you have tasted vodka, and what do you think about it?
I mean, hey, when I'm in the mood, when I'm in the mood, I can have some vodka. I'm not a big drinker, but the food, Slavyanka is my favorite soup. Slavyanka is my favorite soup. It's a sour soup, with olives and lemons and different stuff and different kinds of meats and sausages. It's healthy food and it tastes good at the same time. So it's nice. I mean, there's a lot of dishes I could talk about, but.
Have you ever tasted piragi?
Piragi? Piragi.
Cakes, Russian cakes,
Well, piragi, those are basically basically like loaves of bread with filling in them of different kinds, maybe onion or mashed potatoes or, apple in there. I mean, it's not actually the tastiest type of Russian food, to be honest. There's a lot better things than piragi, to be honest. Poland has what they call pierogi, which I think are tastier because they're actually fried. But sorry, but I don't know what. I like the soups, and I like olivier, which is sort of similar to potato salad, what we call potato salad, I can't even think of that many right now.
Is there racism in Russia? How do you think?
Is there racism? Well, I'm white, so I don't know.
Yes, I know.
I don't know.
Maybe you have black.
I wouldn't say what Russia has. I wouldn't call what Russia has racism. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I don't really think so.
Do you feel safe in Russia?
Yeah, I feel totally safe. Yeah.
Are they much more safe than in America, or not?
In the past, I felt like especially safe. It's been a little bit of a more tense situation the last couple of years. So it's been a little bit more tense. Before that, I would definitely say I don't think I've felt safer anywhere more than in Russia. In the United States, there's a lot of crime in the city. There's a lot of, there's gangs, there's shootings. I mean, I know you guys had the mafia back in the 90s. I mean, it was more of a 90s thing. I also live in the nice areas in Russia, but regardless, I felt really safe.
Have you ever felt hate from Russian because you are an American? Because you know that a lot of people in my country don't like Americans and Europeans because...
Are you one of them?
No. I love all people. And so have you ever...
Right, so the thing is, I honestly do not think that people around here, or people usually in general, just hate people because they're from a certain, they have a certain ethnicity and from a certain place. I think it's just obvious that because somebody of some ethnicity does X bad thing, that doesn't mean that, that another person of the same ethnicity has anything to do with it. So it's been very rare. I remember each case because it's been so rare. But I've been in Russia a lot, and there've been 3 different cases. People sometimes feel better if they have negative feelings about something that happened to take it out on somebody. I mean, it's just somebody being a little bit rude one time. And
I want to know, do you feel safe when you are near the Russian police? Because I know that in Russia it's a lot of people, when they are near police, they feel something like danger and so on.
Okay. Because I haven't rented a car, like I often rent a car, but I don't drive while I'm around here. I just use taxis a lot, or I walk. So for that reason, like I just never have any conversations with the police. So I've just barely never even talked to them, to be honest. I mean, I've seen situations. I've been in a car with my friend before, and the police tried to get a bribe out of him. He tried to insinuate that he looked drunk or something. Mm-hmm. So there's that situation. So probably because of that, maybe I wouldn't rent a car. Other than that, I just don't think about them, because I just never really run into them. I've never really talked to them.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever dated Russian girls?
Of course.
Of course.
What kind of a question is that? Yeah, sure. Sure.
Are they mad when they hear that you are an American? And
are they mad?
Mad.
Mad? No.
And what do you think about Russian girls?
Are you talking about mad during the last 2 years since the special operation, or what?
No.
Oh, just in general. No, they're not mad. What do I think of them? They're the best. They're the best. Yeah. Well, they're great. I like them a lot. I mean, I would say that they care a lot about pleasing their man. So, which is, very important, and that affects, their personality, the way they look, and everything else. So, it expresses itself on the inside and the outside.
Uh-huh.
So,
how do people in Russia differ from people in America?
Okay. So that's kind of a very broad question there. But how do they differ? Let's see. Well, America is more of an economically advanced country. We've had, free enterprise for a much longer time than you guys have. You guys are obviously also more traditional. I would say that I think our corporations and our media manipulate the culture in a very destructive way, probably to distract them from whatever the upper class might be doing to gain more money and power, which is what every country does. But in our country, that affects the culture. So basically a lot of cultural tension for that reason, just because the media is deliberately messing with the culture. Besides that, on the other hand, Russia has a long way to go in terms of developing a business culture. Although it's good not to be exploitative, as a lot of Western countries sometimes are, or maybe English-speaking countries. I don't know what else you want me to talk about on that topic, because it's very broad. I could talk forever on that topic.
How do you think, are Russian people friendly? What do you think about it? Do you have Russian friends and so on?
I've been here for quite a while. I mean, I've been to Russia a lot of times. Of course, I have a ton of Russian friends, and the reason I come here is the culture is extremely cozy. Cozy is like the best word. I feel extremely understood is the best way to say it. I'm not talking about anything linguistic. I'm talking about culturally speaking. And I think people are more sincere.
How do you think, are they the most beautiful girls, Russian girls, in the world?
Whoa, high pressure question. No. Oh, first of all, by the way, I want to say that really there's different types of people in every country, so it's there's not one type of person that one type of female in Russia. But so there are club girls in Russia too. I mean, there are just every type of girl everywhere, but there tends to be a lot of, especially in normal second tier cities in Russia, a lot of the good types. Question was, oh, are they the most beautiful? Look, I don't think they're the most beautiful in the world, because I've been to a lot of countries. I mean, I can say that Colombian girls are extremely hot, and I can say that even, by the way, Italian girls were surprisingly extremely hot. So it does depend on your taste. Also, Ukraine has slightly slimmer girls. So yeah, I think a lot of Russian guys would agree. Ukrainian girls are probably slightly prettier on average. Okay, maybe not.
Maybe let's agree.
So